LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Say, everybody, good to see you. Looking good.
Good times, yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right.
happening?
Feeling good, looking good.
This thing on?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
How's the sack doing, Drew?
Sack's improving.
Sack's improving?
Yeah, it was a little inflamed there for a few days. It's 3 weeks since my surgery, and I think I'm just about normal.
All right.
How about you? How's
Knock
your
on
sack?
wood. Knock on wood.
Your sack is good?
Sack's good.
That's good.
Sack's good. Penis is hell. Sack's good.
All right.
No, it's all good. You know, took a little chill pill today. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I just hung out.
Oh.
Didn't do
That's when
anything.
you actually took
Took
something.
some pills?
Chill pill.
Yeah. I need some chill pills, Drew. What
I
do
know
you got?
do.
You got
Yeah.
anything?
I
Chill
can't.
pill.
I'm not
Nothing
going to be
good?
scoring for you in the near future.
I think I get Dr. Bruce. It's going to be my candy
Bruce
man.
can score.
I'm like Elvis. You know, I got a few doctors working. Marcel going, you going, Bruce going.
Yeah.
Dr. Bruce has a cast on his arm, by the way.
Oh, no, why?
Yeah, I saw him last night.
What happened?
Claims my buddy Ray broke his arm.
No.
Yes.
What?
Playing basketball.
Oh, my God.
And they're on the same team, which is
Ironic.
the interesting part. Sophia?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I called about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I remember this voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
You had the crazy grandpa, right?
He lives with me.
He what?
He molested her?
He lives with me.
He lives with you, but he was having sex with you too, right?
Yeah, he does.
All right, we advise you to make a phone call
And I made it.
and to get some help.
Yeah, and I called the lady, the number.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady picked up, and I told her tonight because... Sorry.
What's going on?
Sorry, I'm crying.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
Is your grandfather home?
Yeah. He's upstairs.
And what did the lady tell you to do?
Well, first she put me through this number, but it was after hours.
Okay.
We got to get her the cone of silence, Drew.
Yeah, that would be helpful for her.
Can you go in the closet and shut the door or something, or put the blanket over your head?
Okay, I'm in the
Put the
living
blanket
room.
over
She's
your
in the
head.
living room.
Oh, go to your room. Put the blanket over your
I
head.
don't have a room.
Oh, okay. Go. Where do you sleep? In the living room?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Well, that's your room. Can you go out to the porch or something?
We don't have a here yet, so he has sleeping pills. I'll be a little louder. I'm sorry.
You took his sleeping pills?
He does.
All right. I gotta get some of those. So you called the lady.
Chill pill.
What?
Wait, hold on a second. Let's just recap here, Drew.
Yeah.
She called about a week ago.
Yeah.
Same voice. Said her grandfather was molesting her.
Right.
And then she had other problems too, right?
Lots.
Thought she was pregnant. Was that her?
I remember all kinds of chaos with this crazy boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we gave her a number to call. She called it, spoke to a lady.
Oh, wait, I have to tell you, I didn't totally listen to you, and I feel very bad. The lady who picked up the phone for this said it was okay. I told my boyfriend, because I called about having anal sex with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And you said no, and I tried.
I tried to say no. Well, we also
I feel
said...
bad because when I have sex with him, I feel like I'm with my grandfather, so I cry.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he thinks I'm a bad girlfriend, so...
Well, he doesn't think you're bad.
He's a bad boyfriend.
Well,
Yeah.
he told me I was a bad girlfriend.
Well, isn't he an older guy?
He's just a few years older than me.
19 or something, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Listen, so did you... Why are you calling us now?
You said to call you back.
Oh.
So let us know how
Sorry,
it goes.
I'm
Drew
sorry.
said to call back. I said never to call again.
No, I wanted to hear how things turned
I'm
out.
sorry.
No, wait. Sophia, so you called. Did they give you any help?
Yeah, she gave me this other number.
All right, you're
but
gonna
they
call
were
them?
after hours, and she said that if I call them again, I might have to give them my address and stuff, and they'll come to my school.
Yeah, listen, Sophia,
Yeah.
you can call back whenever you want.
Us.
Like, call us back. Try Fridays and Saturdays are usually best over here. And call that other number.
Fridays and Saturdays.
No, she's kidding.
I was just kidding.
I'm sorry.
I'm in here manning the phones on Friday and Saturday in my own time. Drew doesn't get the phones. But listen,
Sophia,
you call those
Sophia,
numbers,
yeah,
and you have to get yourself some help. You're doing fine with it. Whatever you've done so far hasn't been your fault.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
I don't want you to.
Listen.
I spoke to the lady.
Yeah. Okay, listen, Sophia, just call those numbers And whatever they tell you to do, you do it.
That's right.
All right.
And you can call us back. It's fine.
True, we had to start with that call?
I didn't know that's what it was going to be. Listen.
What'd you think? She's going to have her bat mitzvah. She wanted to invite you.
All right, but look, let's be really clear with her. It's fine that you called.
Right.
Don't feel guilty.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with what you've done. You're right on track. Keep going and do what they tell you to do.
That's right.
Okay.
Do what everyone who's taller than you, who's older than you, who's not having sex with you, tells you to do.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the problem with most screwed up people. They don't listen to anything anyone who's older than them tells them to do, except the ones that are trying to pork them. Then they listen to them.
Or the ones that are sort of going along with their crap.
Right. Vicky?
Hey.
Hey, you're 15.
Yes, I am.
Oh, what a difference a call makes. What is up?
So I have a little, I'm kind of confused about one thing. Well, the other, week, I was making out with this guy, and he took my hand and he put it on his stomach, and I'm thinking, okay. And then I felt something hard, and I'm thinking, okay, wait, that could be his dick, but, I don't think it usually goes up that high, up to your stomach, up to your belly button.
No, they can do that.
All the way up to, your stomach. I mean,
probably not the sternum very often, but
yeah,
belly button would be a more common destination.
He can't hold it under his chin while he's washing his hands or something. But, yeah, if he puts it up there, you can get up there.
How? I mean, especially if you're, wearing boxers and, pants and stuff. How can it, just climb all the way through?
Boris right there. Come
on.
Well,
he probably made a quick adjustment on it when you weren't watching or something. It could have been.
So?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Why else would he? What do you think? He had an aneurysm or something?
Wanted you to massage that?
What is an aneurysm?
It's some vein or some artery that would just where the wall was getting thin on it, was starting to bulge, and just wanted you to feel that disgusting lump in his abdomen, or.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what.
Rhabdomyosarcoma of the abdominal wall.
That's what he was.
Sure
that's what he had going. Yeah. All right. It was his penis. We put up against his belly.
That's very weird. Does that mean it's really big then? If it's all the way
Not necessarily, because I think I could do that.
That should speak volumes about it not being too big.
But so then, what happened after that?
Well, I was whoa, seriously, because I do not like to put my hand. I will not put my hands down on a guy's pants, and I will not let him do that to me
all
either.
Right, hold on a second, Vicky.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. 15. The guys have just had their pubertal growth spurt. You know what I mean? So they're just getting to the point where those kinds of things are changing.
Right.
Yeah.
So Vicky's not used to seeing her peers with all that equipment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, sir. Vicky?
Yeah?
Okay. So is this your boyfriend?
Not really. He's this guy that I've been working with, and I probably shouldn't have said that because now people are probably gonna.
It's okay.
Things, and so it's but yeah, so I don't know. He tries to get me to kiss him whenever we're not at school, and whenever at school he doesn't even know me basically, and that's really annoying.
All right, be done with this guy and keep your rules, the rules you've established about.
Yeah,
there you go.
Something I will do.
Good girl.
Yeah. And remember, when a guy does that, give me your hand.
Recoil.
It's going to be something bad, right? He's not going to place a velvet ring box in it. He's going to put it up against his dork. He's going to fart on it. He's going to perhaps try to get you to do what I do with the pull the finger joke. That's my big give me the hand move. Yeah, you will be. How long, when a guy says give me your hand and starts moving it toward him, how long before you feel penis on average?
The average duration, 2.6 seconds.
Oh, really? I was going to say 2.9, but yeah, you're right. You're right. About 2.6, 2.7. Yeah, okay. That's average.
Yeah.
John?
Yes.
You're 28?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Got a girlfriend, kind of been thinking she's been cheating. We've been dating about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
About the last year and a half, she would go out. We'd meet up afterwards. Before we even got intimate, didn't kiss anything. Well, we'd go to bed, do whatever, and then she'd go to the bathroom sometimes. I'd rearrange the clothes, put the clothes on the floor, and I'd notice a white substance in her underwear. And this is after she had already gone out for the night. She said it was something that women have before their periods.
She's right. That's what that is. Sometimes it can be a yeast infection, but there can be a normal discharge, particularly in the week or two before the period. Yes, that's normal.
You got girl cum in your drawers. You must have been fooling around.
I thought.
Yeah, you inspecting underpants at 28 years of age, huh?
I'm trying to get serious with the girl, and I think she been cheating on me, so...
Yeah. Well, I want to hear why else, but also it's nice when you get older because you come home, there's a broken off penis wedged in to the vagina, and you're like,
Get that out of there.
Yeah, let's get that out of there. You run that, wrap it in a cloth with some milk, and get it back to the Red Onion in Redondo Beach. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here watching. I'm gonna be watching TiVo. It's cool though. Pick up a quart of milk on your way home, would you? Yeah, isn't that great? It's nice, isn't it? You're not sifting through underpants with a Woods light. John?
Yes?
All right, so why else do you know that she may be cheating?
Well, she got other guys calling her on her cell phone all the time, and she goes out and doesn't answer her phone. She stays out, doesn't call me.
You guys live together?
We did for the first year of the relationship, but we're not presently living together.
Why are you in a relationship with somebody?
You may not even be boyfriend and girlfriend exactly with her now.
If we asked her, how would she describe your relationship?
She would say that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. That's what she'd say to me.
That's what she'd say to you. What would she say to us?
I would imagine she would say the same thing.
All right. And why did she move out after living with you for a year?
I was living in her house. She's got a little daughter.
Oh, I was going to say it was probably the opulent lifestyle. He's probably spoiling her. You know what I mean? Get used to crapping in a pewter toilet, and, having the servants. You were living at her house with her daughter, and what happened?
I decided to buy my own house at the time, and
all right.
Maybe move them in here later.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't decided on that yet.
She doesn't sound like she's down for it. John, maybe she's a little chaotic, this woman. She has some energy. She has a kid. Where's the father of the child?
He's got joint custody, but he doesn't come around too much.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of guy is he?
He's got a decent job. He's an all right guy.
All right.
All right. What do you do, John?
I'm in sales.
What do you sell?
Just different office equipment.
Uh-huh. All right. I may be looking for some copier toner. Can you give me a break?
Toner we can do.
All right. So, John, we don't know whether she's cheating or not. The underpants thing doesn't say a lot, but her general
nothing.
kind of just sort of, here's the deal. She's how old?
She's 30.
30. Hold on a second.
That's
If
not
you-
30-year-old behavior, for
No.
one thing.
Okay, but if you...
He's 20. He's 28.
He's 28. If you have a 30-year-old woman who's a single parent, and there's a guy who's really serious about a relationship, and your attitude is sort of like, yeah, I'm not going to pick up my cell phone, and we lived with each other for a while, but then I kicked him out. This ain't the guy.
This ain't working.
I mean, most women who are 30 who have a kid are looking to grab onto a guy and settle down.
Most guys do.
Yeah, so not most guys.
No, guys are settling down.
John.
Yes.
I don't think this is the one for you. I don't think.
The other thing, forget the fact that she's behaving in a way as though to suggest she doesn't like this guy as much as he might think. It's not a relationship. She doesn't care about what her behavior does to him. And if I could put anything out there for people, it's like when people don't treat you right, don't stay in the relationship. Don't pretend it's going to get better. Don't idealize this person. Get out.
Don't be scared to ask for what you want.
Don't assume you won't get what you want, and when you're not getting it, people are mistreating you. That is a awful sign, and you need to get out.
Right. But Drew, you know, and I know from being on the loser end of this relationship dance way more than once, that when you start feeling it, that means it's gone.
But that's when you double down.
Right, but
but you should be out right then.
It's just that little stuff. Like you call and it takes a long time for them to get back to you.
Mm-hmm.
They used to get back to you within an hour. Now they get back to you the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's it starts slowly eroding. You're getting further apart.
But there's that feeling that goes with that. You know that feeling. You'll know it.
Yeah.
And that's when you just cut your losses. Go.
Right. Dignity. Rachel?
They're with your dignity. Because 3 weeks later, 3 months later, now you're stuck. Right?
Yeah.
2 years later, Adam.
All right. Stop it. Rachel?
Yeah.
You're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
I've been with my boyfriend for about almost 2 years now, and we've always had a really good relationship because we kind of have the same sex drive. And just recently I've been put on an antidepressant, and now I don't have a sex drive at all.
Which one you put on?
Lexapro.
Wow, that's an unusual side effect from Lexapro. You on 10 milligrams?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, it certainly is a side effect of any of the serotonin reuptake inhibiting medicine.
Yeah, it's 10 milligrams.
Okay. And that's pretty much the lowest dose and a standard dose. So you might want to talk to your doctor about switching to something called Serazone.
Well,
why don't you just pretend you're a prostitute and let him have sex with you?
That's good times, huh?
Yeah,
my problem is I don't have insurance. And so the antidepressants I have a really good physician, and he's been giving me samples.
Samples, yeah.
And I don't really have a wide choice.
Well, Lexapro is being sampled a lot right now because it's kind of a new medicine. It's a good medicine.
Yeah.
But there are 3 out there at least that will not cause the sexual side effects, and that's Serazone, Wellbutrin, and Remeron. And he should be able to get, if he calls the various drug reps, he should be able to get, on a compassionate basis, get samples for you.
I just read a informal, it's pretty formal, I guess, survey in USA Today that suggested that the people that pronounce insurance don't have insurance, ironically.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's how they can tell.
They're out of insurance.
That's how you can tell. Like if you're a cop and you pull the guy over, you ask
Can I see
him.
your insurance, your document?
Yeah, they go,
insurance?
if you're insurance, you pull him right in.
That's right there with, right now.
Yep. If you hear, right after you ask someone what they do for a living, if the first sentence is right now, that's you don't have to hear anything else. It's not right. Well, right now, I just made partner in my law firm.
You never hear that.
You don't hear that. Ed.
Hi.
Oh, with the S word so early.
Yeah. This is somebody who wants to.
Ed's batting 1,000 because female Ed hawked up an oyster and then dropped the S bomb in the first 2.5 seconds of the call.
That almost defines antisocial behavior, right? Right?
I don't know. I got to get back with Ed again, though. Ed?
Stop. Thank you.
Ed, quiet down. Quiet down.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Focus now. What's your question?
Focus.
What's your question?
Well, my question, I already know how much you love piercings, but my question is for Dr. Drew. I have 11 piercings and 6 tattoos, and I know your first question is going to be, when were you abused? But I don't understand that. I get major pleasure from some of my piercings.
Well, there's another route to piercing, and that's being an addict. And the people that get people that get a high from it.
You sound like a mess, though.
I sound like a mess?
Yeah, I mean, for 36, you really sound like a mess.
I understand. I'm a different kind of 36. I'm a showgirl 36, so it's not like I'm a regular housewife and mother and wife and stuff.
You're a dancer? You're fat.
You're a dancer?
I'm a dancer. Not a stripper. I'm a dancer. Trained dancer since I was 2.
Yeah, I know. But showgirl 36 is actually older than non-showgirl 36.
Good, okay. Do you want to? I'm pretty hot.
Ah, I know.
My husband says I'm hot.
Okay, well, that's his job.
See, the question for Dr. Drew is that I'm Puerto Rican, so culturally, I'm first generation Puerto Rican. Culturally, that's how you raise your kids with physical abuse.
Yeah, well, that's how you end up enjoying piercing and things like that, because it's very clear. I mean, that's just the association. Now, whether it's cultural that you kill your children, or cultural that you beat them, or cultural that you wear lederhosen, each of these things have different consequences on the development of the human psyche.
But what is the correlation?
The correlation is that when a kid is physically abused, they shift. 2 things happens. One is they shift in sort of a shutdown mode of dissociation, and dissociation becomes a dominant means of regulating emotions. They also go into a mode of grandiosity to try to control the situation that seems so threatening to them, where they start believing that this big person knows what's good for me, and it's because I'm a bad person that this gets done, and so that you feel a lot of shame. It also sets up a mechanism where people seem behaviorally to go towards body piercing and things like that as a way of sort of containing the aggression. They sort of act it out on their own body before somebody does it to them.
What is the, and then you get kind of the thrill that goes along with it.
And then if you're an addict also, then you get that on top of it.
What do you think the number one butt whooping culture is?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican? I mean,
they kick some ass.
Black Americans are pretty good whoopers too, but the dads.
Oh no, you didn't.
The dads aren't around to do any ass kicking, so just
a lot of the women do
fat
it.
aunts.
A lot of women do it.
But
if you saw Antoine Fisher in that movie refers to it specifically being the direct result of slavery. which I think it is. It's the people beat that population, and that trauma got entrenched in their culture. Now it's slowly coming out.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
So I could be easily, if I started smoking pot, for instance, I could easily just become a pot addict.
No, I don't know that. I just know that people that have a lot of stuff on their body were usually physically abused.
all right, so Puerto Ricans
Or their
up
body
there.
was abused. Their body was objectified, exploited in some way.
Who do you think the biggest pussies are with the beatings? Nordic cultures. Who's doing the less? Jews? Yeah, Jews don't. Jews. Jewish dad be like, Hoischel, I am going to hire somebody to whoop your ass.
No.
What?
No. It's if you do that, it's going to kill me.
Oh, that's true.
I'm going to drop dead.
Well, not only that, but your dead, your nana, your grandpa,
They all
your
drop
dad.
dead. They all
No, the ones who have dropped dead are dropping further dead.
They're rolling over there.
You got a choice. Yeah, you can either kill the people that are living or torture the people that have already passed away, who are watching you bring home a C- on your report card. Yeah, it's true. So the Jews probably. Now here's the interesting thing: Jews probably the most prosperous of cultures, if you think about it. I mean, just in terms of success. I don't know. I'm sure they're miserable.
And I'm not sure that has anything to do with that that kind of abuse.
I'm just trying to think. Is there a correlation between ass whooping and money making or success or whatever? I mean, there is a fair amount of
the ass whooping tends to promote a little antisocial posture, and that's hard to be really effective in society when you don't trust and you're acting out all the time.
We speak to these people who have been physically abused or heavily disciplined by their parents, and they anger us in the first 5 seconds of their call.
And
this one blew a snot rocket at me and dropped the S-bomb in 2 seconds of the call, and we immediately didn't like her.
Yeah.
And she started, they do that. They come at everything with that sort of. They're not exactly saying it this way, but this is what their posture is and their tone is. You think you know, but you don't.
Yeah,
they always start that.
Yeah.
I hear you say, but and you just go. I want to kill this person. Like I could never hang out with this person. You certainly don't want to work with them, right? Would you want one of these guys working across with you?
The job spectrum is limited anyway.
All right.
So dancer, good.
Yeah, all right. But the point is if you are a culture that whips a lot of ass, the kids are going to be a little antisocial, a little aggressive. Hey, it works once in a while if the kid becomes a boxer or a stripper. But let's face it, there's only so many of those jobs available. Doesn't work so much for doctor and lawyer and that kind of stuff, school teacher. So if your culture does a lot of this, your kids are going to have a more difficult time in the culture that they're trying to get along in.
Yeah.
And then it stands to reason that the culture that does the least amount of this disciplining will probably have kids that work out the best. Thank you, Drew.
We've discovered something new.
Chalking another one up for the Jews.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
Every hour, 2 Americans under the age of 25 are infected with HIV. Protect yourself. Call toll-free 1-866-344-KNOW.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Well, I know I've spoke about this before, but it's been many years. Didn't get my garbage picked up on Friday. Truck. The garbage, they have the animatronic arm that comes out, the robotic arm that comes off the truck.
Right, because nobody daren't come off the truck. No feet must hit the ground.
No,
Yeah.
it's apparently it's like that game you play when you're kids, like hot lava.
Yeah.
It's on my street. It's hot lava. You can't touch it.
Did they have hot lava when you were a kid?
I don't know,
my
but
kids
the
absolutely
word,
have hot lava like crazy.
Hot lava seems almost a little redundant.
Yeah.
You just go with lava. Assume it's in the molten form. Molten lava sounds good. Dried lava, yeah.
Why did you bring up lava if it's not liquid?
Yeah, you wouldn't bring it up. You wouldn't say,
you would be
because
stepping on
otherwise you can go to Hawaii.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Point is if the can is not facing Mecca, the arm, it won't get it, and God forbid the guy should get off the goddamn truck and line it up.
Hot lava.
Hot lava. Here's my point. to all, and I know a lot of the folks that are listening to the show are going into the sanitation industry, whether they like it or not. Please, 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 if you have difficulty getting out of a truck, do not go into this lucrative field. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If you got a problem, if you're a trash man and you have a problem actually touching a thing called a trash can or possibly correcting something or stopping for a second, don't get into it. I can't stand it. And I got to get into some kind of gold club with the tax dollars I'm paying. I got to get into some kind of gold club.
Yeah, there should be something like that, shouldn't there?
At
least a lounge you could stop at by the freeway or something.
Here's the deal. If you pay, let's say, over $500,000 in taxes in a one tax year, you should get a thing where the guy has to tweak your trash can if it's off. Like, let's just say 5 times for the year. That sounds reasonable, right?
Don't you want a high rollers lounge?
I would.
Yeah,
I'd like to treat this country like it's a casino. Like if you're some old broad playing nickel slots, you don't get squat. But if you're in the high rollers room, dumping hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash into the casino coffers, then they give you the suite, right?
Yeah.
All right. My parents hate to hear this kind of talk, but here's what
that makes you heat it up.
Here's what I yell at my mom when I'm drunk. She's like, "Why should you get any special?" Because I give $500,000. That's why.
Did you have a discussion with her this weekend?
Yes, I have had this many times.
It seems very fresh.
Many
this
times.
weekend, though, huh?
Yeah, many times.
What happened this weekend?
No, nothing. I've just had this conversation. I just say, look, she says, oh, you shouldn't get it. And I say, look, here's the deal. You want them to come move your can? Just pay $500,000. She shuts up. They all shut up. All you retards shut up the second I say, you want to join the club? $672,000 to get you in. You get out of 1 parking ticket a year and then move your trash can twice if it's off.
It's well worth it, isn't it? Isn't that worth it?
I just want something. Just get out of the goddamn truck, you lazy a-holes, and move the can. Stop pretending you're not garbage men.
Jessica.
Yes.
The word garbage is right in your title.
Well, don't they call them sanitation engineers?
The word sanitation is euphemistically shoved in your title where garbage belongs.
What's up, Jessica?
Hi.
Hey.
I am presently an IV heroin drug addict.
Uh-huh.
But I got real problems with my garbage man.
Okay. And I usually shoot up everywhere, but usually I try to stick to my right arm because I don't want both of my arms to be as scarred as my right arm is. And 3 times I have shot up in like my wrist area, and like I have done it a lot of times on my right arm, and anywhere on my right arm it never happens. It happens in this one area on my left arm. And what happens is like my thumb and my first finger and my middle finger, they swell up. And especially my first finger and my thumb, they swell up to be like 2 times bigger than they normally would be. And all 5 of my fingernails burn, and like I start hearing my heartbeat in my head, and I have a funny taste in my mouth. And I don't know why that happens.
I think you're in love.
Do you inject like sort of where the knuckle is in your thumb?
No, it's in my wrist actually.
Like, so if I turn my hand up so the palm's up.
No, it's just like right where my wrist is, and like from my wrist.
If you hang on,
just listen.
Palm up or palm down?
Just straight, just like.
Listen, hey, listen. I know you're chunky, but you're not retarded. Can you tell Drew whether your palm is facing up, like you're going to receive a give me 5, or is your palm down, like you're going to give?
Like to the side.
To the side. Okay, so it's by the thumb where if you it's sort of in line with the thumb.
Yes, but it's a lot farther down from my thumb.
Right, it's by the wrist.
It's like where I would wear a bracelet and probably 5
Okay,
inches
there
down.
is an artery there also. Okay, right in that area.
Okay.
And I wonder if you got it into the artery as opposed to in the vein there.
What if you inject it into an artery?
Well, like what happens to me is like I get a funny taste in my mouth and like all 5 of my fingernails burn. But the
Got that. But what about?
The weird thing about it is like because I get.
Hold on, Drew.
The artery,
what if you shoot something into an artery as opposed to a vein?
First of all, the whole area can swell up.
Because the artery's under a lot more pressure.
Yeah, more pressure. And then instead of this going back to her brain, this goes out to the periphery in the fingers and can really damage things.
Is the arteries traveling in different directions than
out.
a vein?
Arteries going out.
Going away from the heart?
Away from the heart. Veins going toward the heart.
Toward. Is that the only distinction? Aren't arteries larger than?
They're structured differently. Veins are very thin-walled. They're not under pressure. And
artery has more pressure. It's
a lot more
bigger
pressure.
pore.
It's a multi-layered wall.
All right. You don't want to cut that artery.
No. The other thing, maybe she's just getting infection too. I mean, sometimes bacteria gets in there and causes swelling in the soft tissue and whatnot. But be that as it may, it's a pretty serious symptom, and she needs to get that checked out.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jessica.
Yes.
Maybe you should think about getting off the heroin.
Yes, I know. Actually, the reason I'm calling is because I've actually overdosed twice.
And the last time that I overdosed, I almost died. And so I thought possibly by this happening, like maybe, I don't know, like I always think I'm going to have an aneurysm in my head or I don't know.
A lot of things can happen with heroin. A lot of
But
things.
you probably just get ugly and die. Have some dealer kill you or something.
Well, I'm actually pretty good looking, so I hope I don't get ugly.
Well, it's going to happen. You're going to get weird looking.
Yeah.
But listen, you got to
I
get
do
some
wanna get
help.
off, and I know that it, like...
All right, well, go get treated. Certainly, you can go present yourself to an emergency room, talk about the hand thing, and tell them you're looking for a referral for treatment. You're going to need to spend some time somewhere, a few months.
Yeah.
This is not something you will stop without a lot of structure and a lot of work.
Yeah, and I've been to rehab twice, and like I know that it doesn't work unless you want it to work.
Yeah.
You got to want it badly, and you got to stay with it. It's hard. It's very hard.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, thank you
The other alternative is methadone, Jessica. That's if you're not going to work treatment, that's the other option.
She's
That's
good
a
looking. She
disastrous
should
thing.
get clean.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
At least you won't be
Good
injected.
times.
Bye-bye.
You're a heroin addict.
Oh, Drew, please.
Yeah, she is.
So where's the best place to inject? Just right in the arm there?
Yeah, the arm is fine. Arm is easy.
Drew's pager's going off.
Yeah.
What about between the toes and that kind of stuff? Is it under the fingernails? Where's number 3? Where's like 2?
If what they do normally is they get a big old tattoo across here, across the arm.
Oh, really? I see.
Whenever you see tattoos going across the elbow and down to the forearm, that's addict.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And,
yeah, Anderson has that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not going across. If you specifically miss the joint, it goes across here.
Yeah.
Anderson is missing. No. This part.
You got to
the
get to the
front part.
inside.
This is where the
Let's
veins
see
are.
the inside. Yeah, he doesn't have it.
Yeah. And
so you get the tat that goes across
then
the inside
when
of the elbow.
when they scar up those veins, they'll start using their hands, and they go both sides. Then they'll start using their feet and their legs, and then they use their neck, and then the subclavian, and the penis, and other places.
Penis?
Yeah.
Well, I'd start at the
I'd want to
penis.
inject under her tongue.
Ooh, yeah. Well, why? Why? They use up, the
They
veins
scar
get
up.
scarred,
They scar
and
and
they can't be used?
Yeah, they stop conducting blood.
Bad times. Kenneth?
Yeah?
You're 21?
Yeah.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's happening, dude?
Nothing much. I met a girl, man, and I was thinking she's like...
Oh, my God, it's Kenneth I recognize the voice. It's Kenneth with the head.
Yeah!
Wow.
Hey, how's it going?
Drew knows.
Wow.
Yeah, I met a girl, man. She's I don't know if she's like underage or something, man.
Does she like the fact that you had a head in your aquarium?
I don't know.
Let's recap, shall we?
I mean, she's cool, you know?
Hey, Kenneth, you sounded a good bit brighter than last time we talked to you. You sounded depressed last time.
Well, I've done a lot since then.
He's on to the green tea.
Yeah.
I've found out that, like, cruising around is still fun. You know, like on bikes.
Okay, hold on a second.
Turn your radio down.
Turn your radio down. Kenneth called the show a couple months ago. He'd pulled a woman's head off. Oh, she was dead. Still, I got to believe the family didn't give him
He broke into a mausoleum. He pulled the rock off the wall of a
mausoleum,
Yeah.
found a corpse that was in there, and actually pulled the lady's head off.
Or as he said, it twisted it off.
Twisted it off, and still had flesh on it and everything.
Worms, remember?
I don't remember the worms part.
He said it looked like worms hanging out when he disconnected it.
Oh yeah, but there was
not actual
worms.
no.
But there were still flesh on the head. And he wanted to put it in his aquarium that his snake lives in. Yeah.
I was thinking of like a decoration for an aquarium.
There it is. You hear that voice?
Hello?
Yeah, Kenneth. So now, and you were in prison for a while, and now you're out, and you're cruising some chicks.
Yeah.
And what's going on?
And last time, the reason for his call last time was that chicks were freaked out about his reason for having been arrested.
Yeah.
So did you share that history with this girl?
Yeah.
And she's into it.
She seems, I guess, all right by it.
All right. She's a good woman.
But yeah, the thing is, I don't know if she's underage or not, because she told me one time that she was 16, and another time she told me she was 19.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know.
Well, you got to add those 2 ages. That's how you get
35.
Yeah. So listen, Kenneth. You can't get anyone pregnant.
All right.
Because that's got to be a plan. Because I don't need some little Kenneth Jr. running around pulling my kid's head off while he's trying to nap in the mausoleum.
Oh yeah, that one thing earlier, there were worms in there. There's like these little pink shells, something. I think they were called cryons or something like that.
In the head.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
A good time.
And
I feel much better about that.
So anyway, you're dating a woman. Could be 16, could be 19.
Yeah, and she says she's got a boyfriend too.
All right.
Oh, this is all good.
And what are you doing for work?
Me? I've been looking. I got to go to Ace Hardware tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got to go on Tuesday to a mental evaluation to see about Social Security or something.
Yeah. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man who pulled some old broad's head off a few years earlier. What do you know about hardware besides, Well, you know, like a keyhole saw will take a head off faster than, let's say, a hacksaw, right?
I don't
Bigger
know.
blade.
I did some wood floor for a while.
Oh, okay. Okay, so listen, Kenneth.
Yeah.
Here's your priorities. This chick.
Should he talk to his parole officer about this girl?
Yeah.
Just to keep himself clean?
This chick's underage, and she has a boyfriend, so I don't think she's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
You got to not get anyone pregnant, and you need not pull anyone's head off, alive or dead.
Right.
And you need to see if you can land that job at Ace Hardware where they give you the red vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my little brother got out of camp now.
He got out of camp.
He's on house arrest now.
Oh, things are looking up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How about Mom?
Yeah, what about Mom? Is she out of the joint? Or?
Yeah, she's on a traveling pass from her parole officer, and she's working right now.
Yeah.
Whole family's back.
What do you think Kenneth's family's cost me, by the way? I mean, is it millions of dollars? It's got to be millions of dollars, right?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you think about it this way, you've been through the system more than once. Your brother's going through the system. Your mom's been through the system. You start taking the get the cash register thing going here, Anderson. You get the court-appointed attorney. Anderson doesn't like to do anything. It's not his idea. You get the cops that arrest the people multiple times. Thank you.
I got pulled over today and yesterday.
There you go.
On a bike.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's the same sound the bike makes too. Actually, when you ring the bell, except for the chain. You got the stenographer.
Court time.
You got the guy. You got the contractor builds the prison. You got the parole officers. You have the guys who work the prison. The food. The whole. I mean, and the times everyone in his family. It's millions of dollars, isn't it? Plus, no one's paying any taxes. That's right. But let me tell you.
Well, your mom would say.
There's no difference between Kenneth's garbage can and my garbage can. That's the utopia we all live in. Kenneth can get his can picked up or not picked up. He has to play by the same rules in it. Hey, that's the way it goes. Because that's the way life is, right? You want to sit around and drink and not show up for work and come in and take a swing at your boss and urinate on his desk, you could pay the same as if someone is hustling and climbing the corporate ladder, right? Mm-hmm. Is that exactly the same?
Exactly.
That's the way the world works. That's the way it works. Look around. Look at the countries where everyone just sits around and naps and does nothing. They're exactly the same as, let's say, Germany, right? Same? Everything's the same, right? Yeah. All right, so, Kenneth. Don't kill anybody.
Right.
Especially not Adam after.
Tell your mom and your brother and everyone, you guys got to find Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
And then, try to pull his head off.
Look,
right.
Kenneth, so you called about this girl.
No.
We're saying she's not a good thing for you. You need somebody really, I'm trying to think who would put up with Kenneth that would be good for him.
You need someone sterile.
Sterile and stable.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
You ever get a scent of yourself? Like, for me, it's like 3 times a year. I get a little whiff of myself, and I go, that's not my BO. Whose BO is that?
Yeah.
Someone else?
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
It's not better or worse than your BO. It's just not your BO.
Yeah.
Smell like another dude. Somebody inhabited your body for that half day and stunk up your pits.
Yeah.
It happened to me today. I got a little whiff of myself.
You were sitting in a hot house, right?
No, listen. I can get some BO going. Just like actually, I don't really get BO going too badly, but once in a while it does kick in. But it's my BO.
Yeah.
Once in a while you get some BO going. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not even worse. It's just it's not yours.
Yeah.
It's like. That doesn't smell like me. It smells like a guy you'd sit next to on a bus and go, Christ, this guy stinks. But it's you.
Right.
But you don't really recognize it as your own. Mm-hmm. Once in a while you let a fart go. It's like, I'll let a fart go. It's like, man, I let one of Jimmy's farts go. That wasn't my fart. It doesn't smell like my fart. About twice a year, I get like a, this ain't my BO smell. That was today.
Good times.
Oh, yeah. It's nice. Yeah,
good.
felt good.
Yeah.
Felt good to have my non-BO. And then it's like, well, should you smell it? Because it's not really your BO, but then again, how often you get a chance to smell a funky different BO that comes out of you rather than the normal BO?
You tend to be sort of repelled by it, though.
You do?
Yeah, you know.
I know, it's coming out of your pit,
You're
though.
impressed, but you're still a little repelled.
Once in a while, you get someone's BO on you.
That's the worst.
That's bad times.
Yeah.
Anybody who plays hoop or wrestles or anything, there's always a dick who has to play the shirt off, and he's back in India and he's going up for rebound. And at a certain point where you're wearing your shirt and you notice the BO smell on the outside of the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's not coming from the pit side; it's coming from the top side, the crown of the shoulder. And it's like, wait a minute, that's not my BO. I got someone else's BO. You don't realize, Drew. I went to wrestling camp. 300-pound guy, hairy guy. All that headlock stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's just wearing suspenders.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
he's wearing coveralls, big fat hillbilly guy. Getting your head in there. Your hair is his BO for the rest of the day. Oh, it's gross. Wrestling is, think about what they do in wrestling. Let's think about just that sort of under the pit. The pit is like the number one place you go.
Stuff under your, menthol stuff under your leg.
Yeah, they use for autopsies. Chuck?
Yeah.
You ever get someone else's BO, not your own?
No.
Okay, buddy. See? I told you.
16.
Okay, buddy. Go ahead.
Well, me and my boyfriend had to break up.
You didn't get any of your boyfriend's BO?
No.
All right.
You're gay.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my family didn't approve of him because he was 4 years older.
They know you're gay, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So...
Is your dad religious?
Not really.
No, they just don't like the age difference. They don't mind that it was male, just the older male they didn't like. All right?
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering why they knew.
Oh.
Are your parents conservative or religious or anything like that?
Not really. They don't approve, but they let me live how I want.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Right.
Why did Adam's wondering why
Why'd you tell him?
Yeah, why'd you told him?
Well, I didn't tell them. They found out.
Okay.
All right.
I have nosy sisters.
All right.
Okay.
Well, all my friends were telling me to stay with them, so I stayed with them for about a month. And I was losing interest in a relationship and getting a little confused from everybody, screaming and hollering at me every which direction. So I called it off, told him that we were just going to take a break. But lately I've been thinking, why should I go back with him? Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, is it right for me to break up with him and not
You're
go
gay.
back with him?
Sure, we understand that. He's bi, by the way. Here's the thing, Chuck. You're 16.
This is a non-question.
Yeah. And it sounds...
I thought
it's
bogus
not
when
bogus.
he first called.
Yeah, but there's nothing in his voice.
Yeah.
We don't believe you care what our answer is, Chuck.
Because you're not asking a question.
Well, I was kind of hoping that you would give me a forward answer.
You're gay. Go ahead and ask a question, and we'll give you an answer. What's the question?
The question is, was it right for me to break up with him and not go back with him?
If that's what you wanted to do, that's fine. That's not a question. What you want us to make a moral judgment about your choice to end a relationship? We don't do that.
He didn't give us a reason why you did or didn't.
You just said you felt like you didn't want to continue a relationship. There's a lot of confusion, so you ended it. Okay, that's why people end relationships.
All right. Well, thanks anyways.
All right. Well, listen, get back together with him then.
All right.
It was the wrong thing to do. You did absolutely the wrong thing. But it's not,
listen,
not a question.
I know. Look, if you're going to call the show, if anyone's going to call the show and say, I decided to break up with someone, then that's your prerogative. Now, if you say, he farted in front of my sister, I was very much in love with him, but I dumped him. Drew, don't monkey. Yeah. We might have some opinions on these things. If you tell us why you broke up with somebody, and that was the reason you broke up with them. But Chuck sounded a little angry, and it just sounded like he was looking to stir things up with this guy. Yeah. So you broke up with him. Good. We'll take a break. We're going to break up with you for about 5 minutes, but we'll be right back after this.
Funny.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
You know what I'm saying out there?
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Phone screener Bryan, I think the milk has gone south that goes in the coffee. Give that a little sniff. Tell me what you think. Drew's coffee looks like baby crap in the top of it.
Do I have milk or do I have the powder in mine?
You got the powder? You got the milk? Yeah. Oh, you got the milk? Yeah. Go bring the milk in here just for kicks, Bryan. This is going to be good. Yeah, be prepared to vomit, Drew.
Oh.
All right. Drew, no monkey with the screen. Sarah?
Yes.
Year 20?
Yes.
What's up?
I progressively have been having random symptoms of something wrong over the past couple weeks. I started dropping a lot of weight for apparently no reason. I'm still eating, in fact, eating more than I usually do to try and counter it, and I've lost about 15 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've become increasingly more and more fatigued, and I'm starting to get like muscle soreness.
Mm-hmm.
And the most recent thing that's happened was in the past couple of days, the sides of my eyes were itching, and I noticed that there are little bumps, and nobody can really tell other than me because I know they're there, but it feels like when you rub your fingers on it, it feels like they're dirty and you can rub them off.
Hold on a second. I'm thinking AIDS, but Drew, give it.
Oh,
sniff that milk.
Oh my God. Whoa, mama. Not AIDS, Sarah.
I'm thinking AIDS,
No.
but SARS maybe. But Drew, you got a sniff of
Did you try this?
Sniff of the milk.
Yeah, it's that's about as bad as it gets. What's the date? Let's check the date here.
The date's good. The date is the 4th of June, 1979.
Yeah.
No, it's the fridge. The fridge is always like 80 degrees.
Well,
probably.
it's
hold on a second. How dare you accuse a piece of equipment here at Westwood One for not functioning, Anderson? Do you know that before you just start spouting off at the mouth? Have you put a thermometer in there? Have you checked it yourself?
Well, when I want to warm my food up, I put it in there.
Yes. I refuse to believe it's a piece of equipment here at Westwood, too. Listen, Bryan, you got now, because we're here, and because even a refrigerator is too advanced a piece of equipment for Westwood One to be able to have funcking properly.
Ooh,
you need to actually give it a whiff before you dump it into the coffee.
Look at that. There's cottage cheese on the side of my coffee.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, Drew.
Nice.
Drew, remember 5 minutes ago I said it looked like a baby crap in your coffee?
It does. Well, I thought you meant what was floating on the top. I didn't see the stuff coming down the side.
Yeah, it's on the side.
Yeah.
And thank God. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Let's
so get back to Sarah here. Line 5.
Yeah. Well, bad milk's not going to do anything, though, to you, right?
No.
No.
All right, so Sarah.
Yes.
Weight loss, fatigue, bumps in the sides of the eyes. Anything else?
Sore muscles.
Sore muscles, and that's it.
Yeah.
It says up here you've been urinating a lot and
Yeah. And sorry about that.
Okay, well that's actually the key symptom because
urinating a lot.
Yeah, and excessively thirsty too.
Yeah, you add a polyuria, which is excessive urination, with excessive thirst and weight loss. That is diabetes.
Okay.
That's a classic presentation.
Really?
For diabetes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got to get in right away. There are other things it can be, but that's a classic.
Good times.
Being dehydrated.
Good times.
This is treatable.
All right.
Go get on it.
All right. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Drew with a actual medical question.
Yeah, that crazy.
Not some 14-year-old kids. It's antisocial saying he put his dork in a toaster and he's mad at Drew. Hey, Jennifer?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yes, I am.
What's up, princess?
Nothing really. First I want to say, Adam, I'm in love with you. And
Really?
Drew, you're so awesome. And
Drew's okay, yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
just okay.
Yeah. I'm calling. I'm in a 8-month relationship with another female.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. I think that, I thought that I was like in love with her, and I was pretty sure the feeling was the same. And
How old is she?
Oh, she's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I love her, but it just seems like lately things have been changing, and I've had second thoughts. And
You're a lesbian. Well, there you go.
True, please.
No.
So your second thoughts about your sexual orientation or second thoughts about her? Or both?
About everything.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that our relationship is just kind of a result of the past, you know?
Yeah, what happened to you?
Well, nothing really. I think I was, well...
You're lesbian.
Drew, please. Go ahead.
You think what?
I'm pretty sure I was molested, but
All right, well.
I'm not positive. It's not.
All right, well,
We'll go
look,
with yes.
here's the thing. the first thing that struck me about you, Jennifer, was the little girl voice.
Yeah.
So I thought molestation, and then I thought, then you complimented me, so I thought not angry at men.
No hostility. Yeah.
No hostility.
I thought maybe Jennifer's current girlfriend abused her when she was younger, like 12, 13, and got her into this.
Jennifer could have been abused by a female.
Yeah.
Were you? Who did abuse you, possibly younger, when you were younger?
Well, I had a neighbor that lived down the street, and she was a few years older than me.
There you go.
Female.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. See, this is
Yeah.
a very interesting distinction
Yeah.
because most of the women we speak to who were molested, who were fiddled with by Uncle Lou,
By men.
Grandpa,
Neighbor.
old guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Neighbor. Theoretically, the garbage man, except for they can't haul their fat asses off the truck even to molest.
Yeah.
But let's
go.
not
Take all
digress.
this.
Yeah, take that rancid cottage cheese out of here, please. Okay, here's the thing. Jennifer did not sound angry at men.
No, she was delightful.
But yet she had the little girl voice,
Yeah.
which suggested molestation, and she was with a woman, which suggested molestation.
Yeah.
But the reason she wasn't angry at us, molested by a woman.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting twist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually we get, with the little girl voice, instant hostility.
Right.
Or sort of the hair on the back of my neck goes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you're sort of jovial about
You
your...
guys are absolutely amazing.
Well, it's okay, baby doll.
You're a lesbian. Let's get
Drew,
too
please.
into it here.
Yeah. Okay, so did you say you're questioning your sexuality or you're questioning just your relationship with this woman?
I'm questioning the whole relationship now. I don't want to be too far into it and just for no reason, you know.
Well, here's what we think, I think. You sound like you got a pretty good head on your shoulders, and you sound smart, and it sounds like somebody got hold of you and knocked you off your game a little bit early on in life, but that doesn't mean you have to continue down that path of just sort of confusion and
right.
acting out and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she's confused.
And I would doubt if you're going to lead a lesbian lifestyle your whole life.
Yeah.
I would bet at some point you get married and start a family. That's just me.
You're getting a little ahead of ourselves here.
Might be me.
Get out of the relationship. Get out of relationships for a while. Just like let a little time pass. Figure out what you want.
Yeah.
Listen to your feelings. Just get out. Just be with Jennifer for a little while.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And maybe you'll find you like the guys. Maybe another girl. Whatever. But take some time to kind of sort things out. Don't go into things when you're confused. It just adds
Yeah,
takes
there's
more confusion.
someone. I'm going to write a book called Crucial Advice for Teens, and then pages filled with nothing. Just don't do anything. Like everyone's gives out advice. Here's what you got to do. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to start a diet. You got to study harder. You got to that.
We'll put like stop, don't.
You got to go to therapy with this person. You got to break up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Sometimes when you're screwed up, and especially if you got victimized when you were younger and all that, and you're 15 years old and your head's spinning like a dreidel, just don't do anything for about a year. You just focus on playing a little softball, whatever the lesbians do. No, focus on your friends, focus on your studies, and just focus on being a student.
Yeah.
And being a daughter, and being a friend, and being a brother or sister, whatever.
There you go.
And not doing anything.
Yeah.
It clears your head. Relationships can really screw you up when you're like 15 or 16. John?
Yes.
I mean, Drew, is that the ultimate nightmare for you and your kids? They're like 15 and they get hooked up with some screwy 19-year-old who's just trouble and spinning them around, you know?
And 15, 16-year-olds will do horrible things to
Hey,
themselves.
you can kill yourself.
Yeah.
You drive off. You drink a half bottle of Robitussin and drive off a cliff just in a fit of rage.
They can't contain things at that age. Oof.
John?
Yeah.
You got to chain them up in the basement.
Yeah.
Drew, do you have a basement in your house?
I'm digging one.
You got to start digging one.
Myself, my bare hands.
Go ahead, John.
All right. Well, it all started I was about 13, and my mom, her boyfriend, well, like he was real nice and all. We'd go out to like baseball games, and like she's a nurse, and so she's gone a while, and he started out, you know, just me going over to his house at nighttime. And he'd make me like, you know, we'd do stuff.
Right. Sexual stuff.
Yeah.
Liar,
Right.
liar, whore, and you know it.
No, we believe.
All right, and It's on for a couple of years, but it eventually stopped around like 15.
Right.
And they're getting married this year.
All right, hold on a second. Put on hold.
All right.
A 13, 14 wouldn't allow that to happen unless they've been abused previously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
13, 14 would beat the ass out of some guy that came at him if he were not already inclined to being a victim.
Unless
he was either gay or inclined to be a victim.
Okay, but there's also a sort of subtle abuse, which is just horrible self-esteem. Growing up without a dad,
13,
crazy nurse mom.
A little old at 13 to be getting that.
Could have kept him in, could have screwed him up.
All right.
Possible. John?
All right, and well, they're getting married, and I'm not sure if I should tell her about this or not.
Where's your real father?
He died.
When?
A few years back. I was young. I was like 3 years old.
What did he die from?
He died in a car accident.
Mm-hmm. And so your mother and he were married at the time?
Yes.
So that had to be tragic.
I don't remember it.
Right. I'm sure there's parts of the insides of your bones that know it. And then she met this guy how long after that?
I was 13.
13. Okay. And no abuse before then, just you living with your mom.
Right.
Your mom a little crazy?
She can be crazy at some times.
Yeah. She's a nurse. Most nurses are a little nutty. Drew always tells me.
Yeah, right.
But hot in bed. Not your mom. So listen, John. If in fact this guy did these things to you, you need to tell your mother immediately.
Yes. And if she doesn't believe you, you got to call.
You did nothing wrong. You tell her immediately.
Because she's getting involved with a guy who is a bad guy, and you have one chance to let her know the reality. It's heartbreaking and it's awful, and I'm sure on some level you kind of like this guy. He did all kinds of good, cool stuff with you, makes your mother happy, but he's doing that in order to perpetrate his abuse.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
I wish my stepdad would ask for a BJ.
Why?
Just something coming out of his mouth would have been nice. He never talks. I saw him on Saturday. I was trying to talk to him. My stepdad is a... what's wrong with my family? What's wrong with them? My stepfather's an electronics engineer. He works for Lockheed. He worked for the skunk work division over at Lockheed. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it on the radio, but who cares? Skunk Works, top secret military development. They brought you the SR-71 Blackbird and all the other.
Did you try talking to him again this weekend about it?
Once in a while, I attempt to talk to him about anything, and it's always trouble. But it's ironic because I'm very interested in military aircraft. He has a security clearance and is unable to talk about anything, but he then takes the security clearance and it permeates his entire life. Like, you'd be like, how's work? It's like, they didn't say you had to pretend like you didn't have a job. They just said, look, you're working on a black box that basically, when the plane drops the torpedo, he puts together a box that will tell the torpedo what depth to travel at. You know?
Yeah.
So, okay, don't get in any of the intricacies of that actual black box you're working on, but you can actually say you have a job. Like, I know you work. Yeah, it's a good time. It's good times. But, yeah, not a big talker. More of a doer. But not really a doer. Joe?
Yeah?
You're 17?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, man, where should I start?
Start in the middle. We're pressed for time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, basically, this girl that, we've been, going out and stuff like that, but she's, 13 now, and, well, I'm just feeling, really, really guilty or something. And, hell, even one of my friends called me a cradle robber for some reason, but...
What are you doing with her? Physically?
Well, we once tried to kiss, but, I stopped myself or whatever.
So you wouldn't dare kiss her. Hold on, put Joe on hold there for a second. 13's fine for Joe.
Yeah, maybe 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's a virgin.
Oh, but not just a virgin. He will not touch her.
Yeah.
He's very super
Joe,
careful.
Yeah.
Are you a virgin?
Yes, I am.
Shocking.
Have you ever kissed a girl? No. Okay.
All right. Joe's a super nerd. Joe is sort of hanging out with some seventh grader,
kids, yeah.
and he likes the cradle robber. He likes that label because it suggests that he's doing something with somebody. And he's not doing anything with anybody ever. And he's calling us for the same reasons, like
to announce it.
Hey,
well, no,
I got
he wants
this problem.
no. He also wants to know, is it okay? He wants this guy. He's actually asking for a. He sounds confused.
Yes.
He's asking, is it okay? And given that Joe is sort of developmentally 13, it'll be just about right for him.
13?
Let's give him 13.
Joe.
Yeah.
How many times did you see The Matrix?
Which one?
First one.
Oh, I've seen it like 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 2 zeros behind that 3. All right. And the Star Wars, seen all 4 of those, or however how many they've done.
I'm not really
5.
a fan of Star Wars.
Are you kidding me? They made 5 of those turds.
5 Star Wars?
Jesus.
I need Star Trek.
I don't know.
Star Wars?
Star Wars. There's 5 Star Wars. Yeah, really.
Wow.
All right. So listen, Joe.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bad plan you hanging out with a 13-year-old.
I know. I've like thought about it, but like.
When is she gonna be 14?
Oh, she's gonna be 14 like next month.
And when are you gonna be 18?
In like 9 months.
You see, it's.
Yeah, but where's it going? How about you're in high school, right?
Yeah.
Homeschool or high school?
High school.
You in 11th grade?
Well, I will be next year.
Oh, you're a little behind, are you?
Yeah.
All right, well, good times.
Yeah.
And any girls at school you're interested in?
I've had like a lot of girls I've been interested in. And
Right.
I'm like.
Yeah.
My hands are full.
Yeah, no, yeah, I see. You're a busy man. Your hands are full with your junk, though, right? And a bottle of Lubriderm?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just like really, really busy all the time now.
Right.
Yeah.
Beating off and crying.
No, actually, I work.
Building elaborate fantasies in which you date these women. I was busy doing that in high school, too. All right, you work? Where do you work?
Not Spray Farm.
All right, good
Ooh,
times.
I need to get out there.
Yeah. Which ride do you work on?
Oh, I don't work any rides or whatever. I'm just like, I'm a sweeper.
Sweeper. Yeah. All right. Not bad. Not a bad gig. What do you get an hour?
Well, I'm making $7 an hour.
$7 an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. No tips though, right?
Oddly enough, sometimes if I have like $5 bills on the ground.
Oh yeah. But once in a while, some drunk guy uses a buck to wipe the mustard off his face or something, and you find that. But
Is that technically a tip? I don't know.
you find money crumpled up on the ground. That's a tip. Yeah.
Oh, poor Joe.
Yeah, see, listen, all you pain in the ass waiters and waitresses. That's all the money we get. We have to live out. See, there's people walking around getting $7 an hour, getting the taxes taken out, and they're just walking around sweeping all day. Idiots. All right, where are we, Drew?
We're taking a break.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
All right, but I don't know. I don't want him with this 13-year-old.
Yeah, I know. But he's not going to do anything with her or to her.
Until the one day when he kills her.
Mm.
And then becomes like Bad Ronald.
All right, so he shouldn't go below 15.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right, we'll be back.
Thank you for calling LoveLine. Your call will be answered in the order it seems interesting.
Call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine is brought to you by Trojan, America's most trusted condom for over 80 years.
Hey, yo, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Yeah. You ready to party, Drew?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, do we have to have guests on this show? Can't we just keep going like this?
Yeah, we've just been kind of cruising for the last
Yeah.
week.
Makes
It
it
is
much
nice.
easier, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it saves a lot of troubles. Normally, I show up here about 9:57 and 10 seconds, but if I know we don't have a guest, I show up about 9:58 and
30.
40 something. Yeah. I think I show up about 9:59 tonight.
I know that when I see you, I have to start running from wherever I am. Because that's how close we are to going on.
Yeah. All right. There's a lot of traffic. You know what? I took off in my car tonight, and I got that warning that said the tires running out of pressure.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. Yes, cool, except for I turn around and go home.
Oh, no.
Go get a second car. Oh, literally a millionaire, everybody. That's what you do. You have 2 cars. Right, Drew?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Eric?
Yeah, I gotta say, Adam, you are a god to all of us guys because you are the man of the man show.
Thank you. What's up?
When is the new man show coming
I don't know. Drew, did you fart in here? Is that what that is? Oh, Christ. Wow.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you got to
Be an
say
adult.
something. You got to
What's the
say
matter with
something.
you?
You're going to break wind like that.
Grow up.
Oh, Drew fanning it over here. That's horrible, Drew. Ew, that's a weird one. It's gray smelling. It doesn't even smell like ass. It smells weird, like medicine fart. Doctor letting his medicine fart go.
All that surgery I had.
Go,
Grow up. Be an
yeah,
adult
I think
here.
I smelt your stitches. Go ahead, Eric.
There's two questions, but there's one real big question I would like to ask both of you.
Yeah.
There's a girl out in Mesa, Arizona that I really care about, and her ex-boyfriend went to Iraq, and a week later she called me and let me know that he got shot. And she's about 9 months pregnant with his kid.
Is he
Shot and
dead?
killed?
Yeah, he's dead.
No. All right. Yeah, you got to
And
say that.
We've known each other for like 9 months or even closer to a full year.
Yeah.
And every time that I try to get closer to her, we start to grow farther apart because it seems like she's either been physically abused or sexually abused as a kid.
Why?
Because every time I try to get closer, she yells at me and, she'll threaten me.
Threaten you with what?
With her friends or whatever, not to see me anymore. I'm like, come on.
Wait a
Jay.
minute. What are you?
Listen.
She just lost the father of her child in a tragic death. It's going to be a healthy person is going to have grave difficulty reestablishing a relationship. It's going to take a long time.
Because I lost my grandmother back in '96, and
Bogus.
I still can't deal with it.
Bogus.
Grenada.
Bogus.
Where'd you lose her? What campaign?
Old age. She died at the age of 90.
I thought we were just talking about wartime stuff.
That's bogus.
And
Hold
right
on.
now,
Hold on.
It's too dumb to be bogus.
Really?
Like Eric is too all over the place to be bogus.
All right, let's keep going.
There's nothing there. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do bogus, you gotta pick an angle.
He's moving towards an angle.
I lost my grandma. That's no bogus angle. Could have just been a horrible impromptu drop, but no, I believe this kid. He's just bad enough to be believable. Eric?
Yeah.
I want you to know I believe you.
Okay.
All right, so here's what's going on. Eric, not a big hit with the ladies. Okay?
Not really, no.
Right.
No. There is one lady who he's not too big a hit with either, but he has an established relationship with her. Like he could pick up the phone and call her.
And
Drew,
like every good male, waiting in the brush for his moment.
Yes.
Boyfriend is killed. He's on it like a lion on a zebra hanging at the back of the pack.
Probably had him killed over there. But listen, here's what I'm saying, Drew. And I don't know if you know this, and you probably haven't been this way, Mr. Hotshot, with the medical school and the California good looks and whatnot. But let me say this. When things aren't going well for you as a guy, and you have no little black book, there's no phone numbers you can call, there's nobody, everyone has either turned you down or you don't know them. And then there's someone out there who you do have the phone number of, and you can't call, even though they don't really like you either, but at least it's a feminine voice who'll pick up the other phone.
Of course.
And maybe in some kind of crazy fantasy, if enough of the male population is wiped off the planet, she might get drunk enough to go out on one date with you.
Right.
You'll then hang your hat. You'll put all your eggs into her basket. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's what Eric is doing. Eric?
Yeah.
All right. This girl sounds like she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Like
She's
like the
distraught.
father just died, and like maybe she of her baby just died, and maybe she has some legitimate problems as well. If she was into you, she'd be into you.
Yeah.
She ain't into you.
Because I've offered to help her out with the kid because before her, I met this girl, and I've offered to be her
Right.
daughter's stepfather.
Eric, you don't have to do this.
Those sort of strategies you're using,
Yeah.
not good.
Not good.
Those are strategies you use.
Don't trick anyone to
Yeah.
being with you.
No.
Because this question follows up with another question.
All right, now I'm not done with this.
Okay.
Eric, listen to me. What are you doing right now? Are you going to school?
I work
Where do you work?
out at this Kmart for temporary.
Right now.
You're working temporarily at a Kmart.
Yeah.
He's working
Okay.
there right now.
All right, and what are you looking to get into?
Computer job working for Microsoft.
Okay. Eric, forget about this chick. Forget about your second question. You need to focus completely on your career. Here's all you need to do. Focus on your job and exercise. That's it. That's what you do for 5 years. You just get your S together. You get yourself in shape, and you focus on your career. Then 5 years from now, when you're bringing down some good coin as a computer programmer and you're in good shape and everything, you got yourself a nice condo and a little convertible, then you start getting the chicks. Don't start getting into this cutting deals where you're going to be stepdaddy to some chick who's not really into you. She just wants a paycheck, that kind of thing. Don't get into that. And listen, guys, and girls for that matter, but especially guys, 21-year-old guys who live in Phoenix and work at Kmart, you're not pulling down the world-class tang. You're just not. But here's the deal. Instead of signing with the devil, marrying a screwy chick who's been abused and is strung out, taking care of her kids and all that, hold off. Don't do that. Focus on your career. Push it back a few years. Who cares? As a guy, by the way, it doesn't matter if you don't have to pull any tail when you're 21, 22, 23. You're not going to do anything. You focus on your stuff, and you could start having a good time around 25, 26, and you could ride that for 10 years. Get married when you're 35. That's what I did. But it's true. Like you can't do anything when you're 20. When you're 21 and you're a chick, you're hot. Doesn't matter. You could live at home. It doesn't matter if you have a job. You could be a receptionist.
You're a celebrity.
If you're a hot 21-year-old chick, you could be a receptionist making minimum wage or some crappy thing and date Kevin Costner. All he has to do is come into your business and start chatting you up in between divorces when he's waiting for his appointment. You could be you can go to the French Riviera with Costner. That's how it works. 21-year-old guy with a crappy job, no pull. Zero. Angelina Jolie comes in there. It's not like he's nailing her in the mop closet. Not going to work. All you got to do is focus on your career. Thank you.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah, it's true.
Drew always had that pre-med thing going for him, and then he had the med school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
Mhm.
you're 29.
Mhm.
See, hang on a second. Stop.
Yeah.
This is already the opposite of what that girl gave us the feeling of, who was the lesbian who had been molested by a woman.
Right.
This one.
Angry.
Already got the thing going.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Tiffany?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sexually abused?
No.
All right. Angry at men?
No.
Love your father?
Yeah.
All right.
Very much.
Go ahead.
My husband, this is a weird question.
Which she's not angry with at all.
Yeah.
No, my husband, you know how girls, a lot of times their private area will smell kind of like tuna sometimes?
A lot of times.
A lot of times.
How about 110% of the time, sweet cheese?
Yeah, even if they're pretty clean and whatever. Well, anyway.
Pretty clean.
Really clean, it doesn't matter.
Super clean.
His crotch area sometimes smells like tuna.
Like tuna?
I don't know what you can say on the air, like,
you
know what I mean, but you know what I mean.
Is that after he's been with you?
It's all the time. Well, not all the time, but I mean, it's before, after, when he comes, it's just random.
Guys get some sack smell going.
But they very much will, I mean, the whole idea of pubic hair is to sort of take on the scent of the partner.
Okay. Well,
really?
Yeah.
Of the partner.
Yeah.
Because you never really hear about guys. You just always hear about girls.
That's one.
No. Well, listen, there are plenty of guys get some serious sack smell going, and it's funky, and it's its own kind of, it's its own funk.
Yeah, but it's not really sack smell. It's like, it's totally tuna smell. It's weird.
I can see the sack smell sort of in the tuna category.
Okay, well, I haven't been with anyone else, so I'd never really...
We've never been with anybody outside this guy.
No.
Out of the family?
No.
Because I was getting to kind of this.
Is he a hairy guy?
Not real. I mean, not any more than...
Oh. Are you hot?
I used to be before I had 3 kids in 3 years.
Oh, really? All right, baby doll.
You're fat.
Drew, please.
I'm kind of chubby, yeah.
All right. Well, that's all good. Here's the thing. That's just a smell. Does it gross you out?
Think it's cheating, Adam?
No, we just thought it was just kind of an interesting question.
You and he thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look. Here's the thing. The sack has its own funky smell. It's really only bad because you know it emanates from the back of someone's sweaty sack. If it was a type of cheese, it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd be like, would you like me to cut you another another wedge of le scrotum? It's like scrotatal. It's like, yeah, that's great. It's great on the wasabi cracker. You know what I mean? Like if someone made cheese that smelled like sack and you didn't know what sack smelled like, wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. It's different.
Yeah.
It's disconcerting because you know it came from somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tuna's kind of that way too, in the sense that the bad tuna smell, it's bad obviously you eat tuna, so tuna, it's not inherently bad. It's just that it's coming from a person, not a fish.
The human scent has a pungency that sort of a little more
the sack's a little more,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
But
so the
again,
pubes,
it could be Tiffany, his smell.
Getting, I don't think that's it. Nah, you're wrong. And the pube hair was for what reason, Drew?
Well, for retaining our own scent, but also for picking up the partners, right?
Really? Is that what they say? They've hypothesized this?
Yeah.
Hey, aren't we done with this whole smelly pube thing?
Yeah. Why do we have hair?
We got to keep this one going? And when can they just get in and start shutting this stuff down?
Genetically?
Yeah. Well, not genetically. I mean, I guess snip a few things. I mean, you hear these commercials like, do you have hyperhidrosis? Yeah. Do you have sweaty palms?
Yeah.
Well, they get in, they go under your armpit, they clip something, and all of a sudden your palms dry up.
Right.
How about clipping a little something around the abdomen to dry up my sack? It's a mess.
I don't know anything like that. So it's your forehead and your sack that sweat?
I get my sweat, my forehead. No, you know what it is? My head sweats. It's the forehead is what shows, but it will just come dripping. You know what my head looks like if I'm working out? It's like when someone suffers a head wound and they're standing there and they're in shock, and all of a sudden you just see the blood just start dripping down the side of their face.
Right.
That's what I'm like. But I do get ass sweat going too.
Well,
next caller.
Whenever you have excessive hair,
amount of sack sweat.
Well, the hair of course, it gets hot. It's like wearing a fur coat on your ass.
Oh, shut up. How dare you?
It's only the truth.
How come everyone's head doesn't sweat except for Brian's? I mean, if they got hair, if hair causes a sweat.
Yeah, but you got that thick, nappy stuff. It's probably keeping extra hot up there. You got the same thing on your ass.
All right. That's not, you're no doctor with that kind of talk. Mario?
Hey, how you guys doing?
That talk's meant to hurt.
Yeah.
You're 23.
Yeah, I have a quick question to ask you guys. I was 4 months premature. Apparently my mom overdosed on pain pills due to the labor, or beforehand. I had a 6-inch scar in my middle abdominal section, and apparently when they stuffed everything in, I have no belly button. And I have a question for Drew on behalf of possibly cosmetically having something implanted. I was even thinking of going to that extreme makeover kind of deal thing. Very self-conscious, more or less like when I take my shirt off, it's like I have people staring at me and whatnot, and I was just curious on what I can do.
Well, what is there? Because, if you take your shirt off, people sort of just assume your belt line or your trunks or something would be over your belly button, maybe, like yours rode low.
I mean, usually when I go bodyboarding or surfing or whatnot, I kind of wear them just above where my belly button region would be.
Right, so how would anybody know that there was nothing there?
You get a good sense. You get a sense when a guy's missing a belly button.
And sometimes, the fact of the matter, it's like I've tried modeling gigs and whatnot, and I've got totally declined on basically not having a belly button, and I find that...
I got...
basically, yeah.
You're going to find this shocking, Mario, but sometimes they turn down people with belly buttons as well.
In a way, I have a lot of my friends that envy me because I don't have like the lint trap going on, and especially the sneaky belly button region. So I was wondering, Drew, is there any way of getting something cosmetically, like going?
I imagine they have something they can reconstruct. They can reconstruct nipples. Why can't they reconstruct?
Look, it's only got to look good from 10 foot plus away.
Yeah.
I say just.
Are you sure there's no other distortion of your abdominal architecture from the surgery?
Nothing regularly.
Basically, he was born with his abdomen open. That's what he's saying.
You give me a Sharpie, I could fix this kid up. Yeah. No problem. Just that little, I'd color it in. Like, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner? Sure. They draw that tunnel on the side of the mountain. Yeah. It looks like it goes through.
That's why Coyote slams into it every time.
Yeah, but the Roadrunner would then go through it.
Right.
Yeah. I could just give me a Sharpie. I'll fix that Mario right up.
All right, thanks a lot.
Hey, Mario.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you?
Nothing really.
All right. Good.
Other than that, I want to know what I can do to fix it more or less. I was even thinking.
You're fine. You already got the scar there, right?
Basically, yeah. I mean, I have some abdominal hair covering it all up, so.
I see.
All right. Oh, it is interesting though. If you got I guess I do. You get a little hair going down there, kind of makes everything even.
Yeah, some people have very superficial belly button. Sometimes it's barely.
Yeah. Black guys, they got little outies. He's fine. They could do a little dent, but
sure.
I don't think that's gonna. You're not gonna start getting laid or start getting modeling contracts because you got a little dent there, right?
Right.
So he was born splayed open.
Right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That happens sometimes.
It does?
Yeah, sometimes.
How are you alive?
Sometimes the diaphragm doesn't form right, and so they close it back up.
You're born open.
Yeah.
And they close you up.
Yeah.
Oh, bad times. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Paul. Paul's 24. Only has sex with girlfriend once every 3 months. Dating 1.5 years. Wants to know what's up. We'll tell him after this.
If you need help, hang up and then dial.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Drew. Hey, what's going on out there? Blah. Drew, still smells a little like you farted in here.
I don't know what that is. It smells the bad coffee, I think. I do.
You blaming it? Blaming it on the coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Phone screener Bryan dumped rancid milk in our coffee tonight and then tried to kill us, basically. It's putrid smelling, too.
Yeah, that is the smell. That is it.
He looked up the date, though. The date was good. It's just the refrigerator, like Anderson says over here in Westwood 1. He puts his food in there to cook it.
It's a horrible smell in here.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, Drew. Paul?
Hi.
You're 24?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, my girlfriend and I have been together since about October of 2001.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple months we, having sex 2-3 times a day. For the first 2-3 months, and since then, I'm lucky if I get it maybe once every 3 months. I mean, I can.
Are you guys? Yeah. Are you living together?
Yes.
You are. Did she have any difficulty? Is she on any medication?
Right.
No. She's healthy.
Is this relationship kind of wrapping up here?
No, I mean we're still going. I mean we still get along great. I mean.
Is she angry at you for anything? You think?
No.
Does she have any history of abuse?
No, she's got a pretty healthy.
All right. So what is your question for us?
Well, I've been together with her for a while now. I mean, it's probably it's starting to get serious. She's going to buy a condo, so she wants to know if I could move in with her and help her with the bills, and maybe what I'm asking is I don't know if this is going to be like a continuous.
Have you discussed this with her? How you're feeling about the every 3 month?
Yeah, well, she says she's gained weight since we've been together, and it's all her, and it's not me, and I think it's me. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I mean,
nah, she's just she's getting depressed, and when you're depressed as a woman
for like a year, I mean,
you can be depressed your whole life. I think my mom had about 30 years under her belt. You get depressed, you just start shutting down. You put some weight on, you start spiraling out. Also Paul's. Okay, so here's what you got to do. If she's depressed, if she's putting on weight and saying it's me, it's not you, and she's feeling badly about herself, then that could be some depression. On the other hand, she could be winding down in this relationship. But on the other hand, she wouldn't get a condo and then invite you to come move with her. She would use that. On the other hand, if you're really poor and you really could only afford to make the lease payment or the mortgage payment on your condo with the help of somebody else, you do that.
Yeah.
The idea that she wants to know if you want to move into her new condo and help out with the bills seems like a weird way to couch it to me. So
and then I throw into this the fact that she was sort of hypersexual for a while and then shuts down. That's kind of an abuse thing.
Okay, here's the point. This is Paul's opportunity, this condo thing, to stop and ask some serious questions. What happened? Are you depressed? What's going on? What do you mean moving to the condo with you? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Are we looking at marriage? Are we looking at engagement? We're only having sex 3 times a year? What's up?
Because if he gets in with this, he ain't getting out.
Right. Look, ask everything, make sure everything's satisfactorily answered, or that we're moving towards some answer to these questions or some help. Or don't move into the condo. Susan?
Yeah.
Susan?
Hello.
There you
Hello.
are.
You're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
I have been dating a guy now for 3 years, and unfortunately we both met young. So now I'm at the point where I personally want a commitment. Maybe not marriage right now, but at least something like in the future.
Well, you'd like marriage.
You're asking for a commitment to marriage at someday soon.
All right.
Right, okay. And he can't even tell me that he wants to marry me.
Yeah, well, then that's where he's at.
He doesn't, but it's not that he doesn't want to marry you.
Right.
He doesn't want to get married.
Guys, listen,
I
Susan.
asked him that.
Susan.
I can say, is it just that you don't want to get married right now? And he says, no, I just really don't know if I really want to marry you.
No, he doesn't say that.
He does, I promise.
He says he doesn't know if you're the one he wants to marry or if he wants to marry you now.
If I'm the one he wants to marry.
Oh, all right. Now you're done.
Yeah, check out.
Check out.
That usually guys would be willing to marry that person if they were at a time in their life when marriage was.
And that's what I keep thinking. And I don't know if he just doesn't understand that because we've tried to break it off a couple times, and of course, it never works. And I'm at the point where it's like I can go date anyone. And is it worth my time? Is it worth waiting?
Well, look, listen. First, you're 20 years old.
You're way too young to get married anyway.
Yeah. You're 5 years off here, so just stop focusing on that. Yeah, stop doing it, because here's what you're going to do. You're not going to be the same person in 5 years from now as you are now.
Right.
Okay? Right. And you want to get married when you're that different person, not this person.
Okay.
Right. That's right.
The only people who should be getting married are the people that should have mixed feelings about getting married, not people that are dying to get married. It's sad, but it's true. It's like, here's the people I want to be cops. The people that are sort of lukewarm on the idea of being cops. I don't want people that really want to be cops being cops. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
Yeah.
Those make for bad cops.
So do I keep dating him then for the next?
Well, if he weren't explicitly telling you you're not the person, that disturbs us. If that's actually what he says, then no, he's done.
I mean, he's gonna backpedal when you confront him with this. But if that's truly what he's saying, and you're not just hearing it that way.
Okay.
If he's saying what he should be saying is the BS that all guys use, which is it's not you. Yeah, I'm not ready to get married at age 20.
Guys will pass up somebody they wish they had married, and yet know they couldn't have married them at that time because guys have to be ready, and that's it.
That was for me.
Okay.
Felicia Rashad.
Oh yeah, she was the one you passed up.
Not ready at that. Just not ready at that time. Mm-hmm. Hey, Susan.
Yes.
Yeah. So you focus on what? Junior college and waitressing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That. College and that.
Are you doing both those things?
Mm-hmm.
Junior college?
Huh?
Junior college?
Yes.
Oh. And you're waitressing?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job, Adam.
Not interesting to you that I got both the things you do.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty good.
Thanks, baby. It's not as good when I have to drag it out of everyone.
But even then,
listening.
I was like, yeah, I guess that is pretty good.
Okay.
It's like, wow, how the hell did you know that? No, not giving it up.
Hey, that's two, but
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
I know junior college. I know waitress when I hear it.
Smell it.
Yeah. And let me just say this, so I can. I got to kiss my own ass around here because no one else will. Nothing, Drew. Anything on the screen that alludes anything to waitressing or junior college?
People won't believe that because.
No, they would know. No, Anderson would scream into the mic.
You're right.
If for 1 second there was something started with a J or a W, we'd start screaming. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Well, everybody, that's the show. We're going to take a little extendo break.
Yeah.
And be gone for about 22 hours, but we'll be back. Don't you worry your pretty little heads. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Christ.
Yeah, right.
And then, try to pull his head off.
Look.
Right.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.